Saved for life, not for short. Appreciate each and every last one of you all that's tuning in for this midday analysis of yours truly, the Dallas Cowboys. As the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Cowboys, Michael Irvin not letting go of Odell Beckham Jr., plus political Parsons and more. Come on. Where my dogs at? They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. What about a Law Nation groove? Come on. Hey. Ho. Let's go. Thank those who pretty much watched the roundtable last night. Appreciate y'all. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, mount up. 1. Come on. And they say imitate it, never duplicate it. One way or another, the name is Law Nation. Come on. What's up, y'all? What's good with y'all, man? So much for jumping in. The 9-3 Cowboys. We're facing the Texans this weekend, and of course, we're not overlooking them. They're a professional football team, just like we are, and we're gonna try to give them our best. What happened? That's just the thing that we do. That's what we're gonna bring to the table. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're going to listen to the playmaker on his thoughts and his mindset toward Odell Beckham, the story that never ends, right? And then we will listen to some other news that's around the world and give you guys my thoughts on all of that. First and foremost, though, I appreciate y'all so much for watching and tuning in to this and help growing the nation by sharing and subscribing. That's wonderful. I really appreciate y'all so much on multiple platforms. Got some things that we are working on behind the scenes, by the way, and I really appreciate y'all so much, man. So a round of applause to you all, for the best community in the land. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Shoot. And
Are you not entertained?
y'all,
Are you not entertained?
you guys be on it, man. You hit me up and say, hey, Law, what about this? What about that?
I get to the airport, supposed to take off and land in time, enough for me to do the show. They put us on the plane. We go out. Then we sit out there for a while. Then we come back. And the plane didn't leave to 7 hours later. And they kept saying, well, you can leave on the next one, but we don't have a first-class seat. I said, well, when is this one leave? If they would have just told me, you're going to be here for 6 hours, I'd have dealt with Coach. But don't keep pushing it back 30 minutes at a time, and I keep holding on to my first-class seat. Those are the times I said, I got to get over that flying private thing. I just got to get over it.
Yes.
But outside of that, man, today I'm in the gym. I'm feeling good. I'm back on good street again. Now let's talk about this Odell Beckham thing.
Is it done? Is it over? It feels like it's done and over.
Well, I hope not. I hope it's not done. I hope it's not over. You know what I mean? I understand if somebody comes out and tell me, hey, it's a little longer process this time, because mentally, it's a difficult process. That's the one thing that scares the hell out of you when you first come back. Remember Michael Gallup said, I need another week. I need another week. It's a fear. Even though that knee was repaired and it's literally stronger than your other knee, it's still the fear of going through what you just went through, that whole grinding process. It scares you so much. So, yeah, Odell got to go over and get over that twice. It's like it happened twice. So, yeah, that's why I knew it may take a little time. to get him back on the field. But his talent is always needed, even beyond this year.
Beyond this year, like, to me, if he's going to be here for this playoff run, then that changes everything. I'd be in. But, like, if it's going to be next year, this team is in a position with money to, maybe draft somebody instead of signing another $20 million wide receiver, which they just got rid of.
Yeah, but you can draft who you want. What are the odds? Here's your question. What are the odds that Odell Beckham gets back closer to Odell Beckham, or what are the odds, chop and chop, you do numbers all the time, are you going in the draft and finding you a Justin Jefferson?
All right, so let me slow the playmaker down here. The Cowboys and their drafting philosophy, it's been more hit than they've been wrong with these type of things. As far as the whole Odell Beckham versus the draft pick, I think that falls right into the wheelhouse of Stephen Jones, right, and Will McClay, is to actually go out there and draft a guy juxtaposed to paying an older gentleman who coming off of 2 knee surgeries or things like that. So I can tell you that down the line, if we're talking for 2023 season, and if you don't want to rush it, then that's my whole stance been since day one. Bring a guy in, check, make sure that everything is okay. And you guys know that's my saying. Actually, bring a guy in for a cup of coffee, and if everything check out, then you pour him another cup, right, and another one, right? So that's how this thing should go. Now, by it being that Odell refused to work out and refused to do this and that, then there's a big pause right there. There's a big, hey, what you got hiding, right? So that's just how you got to approach it. And I'm quite sure that these guys are billionaires, not by mistake, right? I think that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they make a great business decision as it relates to making their final assessment before putting ink to paper. And that's what they're going to do. But by them not being able to do said thing, then they're going to have their reservation, which rightfully so, right? And this is not a I'm right, you wrong moment. This is just a reality moment. Now, can he play down the line? I'm quite sure he can. I'm quite sure. But for right now, the focal point should be the guys that you have right now on the team. And I think that's what Tank Law said earlier this week. He said, yeah, I'm all down for getting Odell Beckham. Not for the circus, though. Can he help this team, the 2022 team, win? If not, I'm not entertaining it. And that's what I'm glad that finally somebody with the silver and blue, right, and the star on the side of their helmet finally said, hey, I'm down for it, but I'm not down for the circus. D-Law said that. He's the only one. I haven't seen anyone else on record say, hey, I'm good. I love what we got right now. No, they all said, hey, bring them in. Let's go. Let's roll. But DeMarcus Lawrence said, nah, I'm not for the circus. So I like that aspect of it, y'all. Just the reality of it.
Someone close to that. You see what I'm saying? Those odds, I would almost say it's better leaning in, let's just get Odell Beckham than go and try to find another guy that we don't know if he's paying out like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that bird in hand if I can get him back healthy. I know the kind of ability he has as opposed to that bird in the bush. Well, his numbers say he can do this, but we don't know what his head says when he hit the NFL.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist. Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
We don't know, baby. James Washington. Baby, look, I'm going to do a hey, when James Washington scored, man, I'm gonna go crazy, y'all, because I've been waiting for James to do something this year and all off season and training camp. I was waiting for him to do something, man, and I might.
21. Can you do something for me? Can you talk to the ops next for me? 21.
21, can you do something for me? Boy. Boy, they killing Drake off of that song, by the way. But neither here nor there. I really, 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 really can't wait to see what James can do this season, if he can even get out there with those big old football shoulder pads looking like Emmett running routes. I can't wait to see that man out there. But here's the thing. Also, it was reported, and I'm just going to talk about this and we get back to the offensive side. Kevin Joseph, he was at practice today. And I think the illness, he escaped the illness, what have you. Maybe he went and got that Keegan water, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, man.
Mike, when's the last time you spoke to Odell?
We texted probably about a week and a half ago. You know what I mean? Because I've been trying to push him to the podcast so I can talk with him, and he's been pushing me off. And that's the first hint I got that something may not be right. Because I was like, man, let's just chop it up and talk about it.
Right.
He said, well, why don't we wait till around Thanksgiving? This was way before Thanksgiving. He said, well, let's wait around Thanksgiving. And I said, why wouldn't he want to start stirring it up and chopping it up if he was ready to play right now? Coming back around this time, the more conversations about it, the bigger the number goes. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't really want to do that just yet. So I kind of got a little something. And maybe he was just not ready.
Would you have advised him to work out, or you understand why he hasn't for teams?
Well,
Backhand.
Well, that all depends on, what he looks like. Because if you're asking for a certain number and you go out here and you look way less than that number, then that's going to be hard. You rather lead people up in the world of what we're doing, looking at all the possible greatness, and never thinking about all the possible negative. But if you see him limping around on the field when he tries to work out, then that negative rushes your brain. So I would rather work out if I'm going to be the one to sign him. I would, if I'm him, I would do just what he's doing.
Do you know where he wants to be? Did he get swooped up in all the attention and the Mavs game and Micah and Diggs and Jerry? Do you know if that made a great impression on him, or do you think it's more likely he's mad as some journalists are accusing the Cowboys of leaking his medical information out there? Do you think the Cowboys may have done him dirty here in a sense?
Listen, man, I was looking around on all the social media when he was supposed to be visiting all of these other places, and I didn't see any brouhaha, what they call it, brouhaha in them other places. Yeah. Well, you saw the brouhaha here, and he loves brouhaha. He loves brouhaha. That's his thing. Brouhaha is his thing. So ain't no way that played a negative effect. I don't care what got out. You know what I'm saying? When I hit Odell sometime, he was on he's on that little Twitch thing or whatever, playing video games, and I'm talking to him with all these people watching us talk. I said, oh my God.
Before he go into any other details of this, Cowboys, it is the Cowboys' business to find out every little thing. And any medical situation, scenario, hiccups, when you come to the Star, when you visit, they will find it. They will find it. A cat can be crossing the street at the Star in Frisco, and y'all already know what's going to happen. Breaking news, at the Star in Frisco, we finally found that black cat that crossed the street. More news at 6. There's going to be some information leaked out and uncovered when you play or even attempt to go to the silver and blue. So that's just how this goes, Dak Prescott had a hangnail, oh my goodness. They found the remains, you know what I'm saying, of such and such body, near the Star. It's going to be something always stirring around when you play with the silver and blue or attempting to play for them. They will figure out something that you did in 3rd grade, right? They will find out something that you did in 1957. Let me know if I'm wrong. Ask Jerry Jones, right? So you're going to always get stuff leaked out with the Dallas Cowboys.
You know what I'm
That's how it
saying?
goes.
I'm glad I know this before I say something that I don't want everybody else to not know. You know what I'm saying? So don't be so trust me. Anywhere brouhaha's, that's always good. That's never bad.
Michael Irvin, Diamond Factory Hotline here on 105 through the Fan. Do you, Michael Irvin, think that Odell Beckham plays this season?
I don't think he do.
I think Odell Beckham plays. I think he, but what would he give you is the question. You know what I mean? And here's the downtown, I would say, which is the downside to that, is if he tries to get out there and ramp up and get ready or whatever, and he's not playing right now, that those same bright lights that you love so much turn on you and become dark. Oh, man, this was a bad idea. It's a bad pick, bad contract. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? You know what I mean? So I know he wants to be really ready when he steps on the football field because he's going to have to deal with whatever criticism or glory comes with it.
If he plays this year, does the team he plays for win the Super Bowl?
Say that again.
If he plays this year, and we don't know who he plays for yet, but if he plays this year and he actually gets on the field, does the team he play for win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, if he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Right.
There
you go. Benny Blaze, your thoughts on Corny McCoy and a James Washington update, and really, is he really an upgrade over Noah Brown? All right, so, yeah, that's a loaded question. I appreciate you, Ben. Hey, I appreciate you for that. Shady McCoy, you know what? I'm tired of listening to Playmaker on that. So, yeah, that's a great segue, fam. A wonderful segue into McCoy's comment here. And for context, too, I can talk on the James Washington details, but let me start in that order, Benny. And this show is always directed by you guys, right? You guys are my director here. Let's listen in to what McCoy had to say. By the way, for those who don't know, here you go, right here.
Where's my right here? Let me get my onesie. Let me get my onesie.
It's a one shot.
It's a one shot.
That's a onesie you sleep in.
I call it onesie. Right? America, don't let the stats lie to you. Acho and his other friend here, Dave, they like to lie to the people. I won't lie to you. You show me the points per game.
Yes, sir.
So does that account for the touchdowns, the defense score on that terrible team in Indianapolis?
No, sir.
That's one touchdown.
One touchdown. Then you get a pick in there on the side on their ball. On their side of the ball.
Fortunately,
So now, if you don't score, you at least get 3. Like, we gotta stop this with the numbers. Let's just look at, if you want to put numbers up, put Dak numbers up. Did Dak look good that last game? That big performance he talked about that was dangerous. Did he look good?
He played all right.
Did he look good? He don't want to say no.
He looked okay.
Now, in the whole conversational piece, Dak did throw an INT, right? But he still had 3 touchdowns. So, and if you look at the QBR, yes, he threw a 40 QBR, and his passer rating was right at 100, right? I don't know if Jalen Hurts put up 3 touchdowns against the Colts. I think that the Colts did have, the number 5th or the number 6 defense in the National Football League. But I can tell you, if I'm a betting man, I don't think that Jalen Hurts put up 3 touchdowns against those Colts, by the way. You know, those are the realities of it. But a lot of people, they look at the game and then they try to break it down and then they miss out some of the key ingredients. But let's listen to more of what McCoy had to say.
Did he look good to you? Y'all know he didn't look that good.
He made some good plays. He made some. He had some.
Is the gap closing?
No, it hasn't. The gap hasn't closed with the team. Obviously, with the record. Listen, when I look at the Cowboys and I look at the Eagles, I think we still have the better roster, right? I think the Eagles have a better quarterback, better coach. So I just feel like we have the confidence. We 11-1. They can't beat us.
Is Dak better than Cooper Rush?
He's a little bit better.
How much is a little bit? Because going into the
He can
last
run.
possession,
He
it was
can-
how
he
much
can
a
run.
little bit?
He can run.
Going into the final possession.
He can run. Wait a minute. Now, this was the graphic overlay that they had. Let me zoom it in a little bit. All right, so points per game, basically, Dak Prescott is pretty much getting his team around 32.3. Cooper is 21.4. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here. When he said, is Nick Sirianni a better coach than Mike McCarthy? His resume is not, right? He don't have the long resume that Mike McCarthy got. And based upon these 2 years that Nick Sirianni coached this particular team, talking about the Eagles, yeah, they made it to the playoff their first year. So his first 2 years, they going back-to-back playoffs. I don't see a situation where the Eagles not going to the playoff, by the way, right? But collectively, if you're trying to say that the Eagles coaching staff is better than the Dallas Cowboys collective coaching staff, then I got land on the moon for you. You know, also, Cowboy Nation, when we think about this, the backup quarterback that we had weak the first time that we played the Eagles, didn't the Eagles blow us out? No, they didn't. They only won by 9 points. And when we contextualize everything, yes, they switched up the philosophy. They tried to have Cooper Rush throwing the ball more than 30 times. They abandoned the approach. But when I look back at it, I really do. When you look back at it, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening, you can say to yourself, man, Ezekiel Elliott was running. Man, Tony Pollard, was running. Oh, we didn't even have a Schultz. Gallup was just now coming back. That was like his second game coming back. One can argue that they struggled to beat us. Now, in 2 more weeks, all of this stuff will be moved to the side. It will be the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. So all of this stuff can finally hush. But last I checked, the quarterback that wearing the silver and blue, these are the things that they can't argue nor fight or pick apart. That particular quarterback, Dak Prescott, is 26-6 against the NFC East. Let me repeat. Y'all write that down. He's 26-6. What are we talking about? If the roles were reversed, I would have hushed if I had a quarterback to play up against that collectively is 26-6. Let that sink in when he's facing NFC East teams. That's not even close, y'all. Can y'all put down in the chat 26-6?
Possession against the Eagles, you were there. It was a 3-point game. So is Dak at least 3 points better than Cooper Rush?
First of all, I can't go by game, right? Because the playbook is going to be the way that the defensive game plans will be different from Dak Prescott,
Sure.
Cooper Rush. That all matters.
Man, it don't matter what the playbook is. Cooper Rush I'm not finna dog Cooper Rush. Shout out to him. He is the quote-unquote savior of the Dallas Cowboys 2022 season, believe it or not. Those 5 games, because he was 4-1 in the 5 games that he played, right? And he managed to keep us afloat. And there's nothing wrong. Matter of fact, for those who are out there who would like to sully and denigrate any quarterback managing the game, excuse me, there are more quarterbacks with the hardware, Super Bowl rings, that manage the team versus being that chip off of the this and that and being that, hear me out, gunslinger mentality quarterback. There are. There's no way that somebody can out-debate me on that because the facts are heavy. You win when you manage the game. You lose when you're trying to do everything because football is an ultimate team sport. It's not an individual sport, unfortunately. This is not tennis, golf. This is not even like basketball where you can go ISO and say one-on-ones, right? This is an ultimate team sport.
Right? But one thing I do know, when I watch Dak Prescott play, he looks like a game manager. They run the ball extremely well, right? And then they feed off of that. So my thing is when you can't run the ball, then what happens? That's why I love the Philadelphia Eagles so much with a bigger gap. If we can't run the ball, we can throw the ball deep. We can throw the rock. Not no 5. Look at this. That was 39, that play right there. He threw it for 6 yards. The guy tackles him. He tackled it. He throws for it's 39. He throws his 5-yard pass. He catches it. They tackle him. Oh, wait, he's not down. And he runs up and scores. This Dak Prescott, dog. I hate that.
You just saw it.
You know what? It hit me. I think that McCoy probably rode the short bus, and the only alleyway of his success in life was playing sport. I just don't think that he put coherent together sentences enough so that anybody can grab hold. If he the thing that he need to do in his life, he need to get hooked up with Hooked on Phonics. I'm tired of hearing this dude with burning all of the great privileges that he have to be on national TV that can't put together good sentences. Come on, man. Won't you lean forward just a little bit? And maybe, just maybe, he can go back and get some education somewhere, because this dude has got to be the slowest analyst on national television. Hey, man, somebody send that dude to Gracie Corner. What does the sound of the letters make? Come on, man. Get this man off of TV. Just wasting people's time in Grace. Just wasting people's time. Don't make any sense. Hook this man up with a phonics deal, y'all. Come on. Come on, y'all. Hey, this is just reaching for anything to spit upon the Dallas Cowboys with a guy that can't put together good sentences. Come on, man. Let him lean forward just a little bit. Just listen to this man just rumbling about nothing. Talking about put the onesie on me. Dog, update your vocabulary before you get back on national TV. Fox should be ashamed of himself for putting his brother on doggone television. Come on, man. Let me just go back to this. I got this.
Let me get my onesie. It's a one shot.
What? It's a one shot. Why don't you lean forward? Just. I mean, God, dog, don't you make millions? Can you get somebody? Can you get the Gracie Corners contract and let them know what the sounds does the letter make? Come on, let me hear him again one more time. Come on.
Let me get my onesie. Let me get my onesie. It's a one shot.
It's a one shot.
Just
lean forward. Just. That's a disgrace. What college he went to? What high school he graduated from? Come on, man. Y'all get that man off of TV. This is just despicable. God, dog, come on, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Let me put the onesie over, you know?
Where's my, right here? Let me get my onesie. Let me get my onesie. It's a one shot.
It's a one shot.
That's
A onesie you sleep in.
I call it onesie. All right.
No, you're the only man in the multiverse that's calling it that. You know, come on, man. Get off of TV.
Shame.
You know what?
Shame.
Let me leave him alone. Let me leave him alone. I think people like him. People like him. He probably think that he's sounding great over there. So let me leave him alone. I never knew where he came from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave him alone. But collectively, even in his onesie debate, matter of fact, maybe he need to wear one. Matter of fact, maybe his mama need to tell him, take the onesie off after he wear it. You're too grown of a man to be talking like this on national TV. Come on. But neither here nor there. How can you say that when the quarterback drops back and hit the receiver that's on a drag route on a third and long distance, that said quarterback is just lucky and the receiver is just quote unquote trash for doing such, when your team do the exact same thing? And when I literally said before he made that half statement about just managing the game, excuse me, there are more quarterbacks that won the Lombardi Trophy by managing the game. Trent Dilfer. Oh, can I go Brad Johnson? Can I go with Nick Foles there? Yeah, can I continue to burn this brother? Eli Manning. Oh, excuse me. Russell Wilson. The 2 Super Bowls that Big Ben Roethlisberger won. If you go back and watch those Super Bowls, you will see that he was managing the game. And I would say literally the first 4 Super Bowls that Tom Brady won, he was managing the game, y'all. Come on, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. But to Benny Blaze's other conversation there with the James Washington thing, I appreciate you so much, Benny. Let me read the other. You got some more super chats to come in. Let me go down here. And it's just so crazy. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Well, thank you for your support always. Here we go. Somebody said they were filming practice. Oh, my gosh. Stafford led the NFL in INTs. Yeah, you can do that when you had the number 1 defense in the National Football League as well. Yeah. But neither here nor there. Here we go right here. He says in that super chat, he was talking about the other part of it. He was saying that James Washington update, and really, is he an upgrade over Noah Brown? There are things that Noah Brown can do that James Washington can't. When we go back and look at this Cowboys, let's say, for example, when they go with the 4 tight end set, right? When they do these type of things, I can tell you that, hold on, it's the other one. Let me go to 14 personnel. Y'all bear with me. When you go to 14, the thing that I like what Noah Brown can do is that he can convert to be one of your quote-unquote extra tight ends too. So even though you may look at a situation and scenario where there's only 4 tight ends out there or only 3 tight ends out there, or even if you go back to 11 personnel and you have a Noah Brown out there, he can be your conversion or your hybrid tight end that's on the field that you never know, that he's utilizing the run game. And maybe if I have more time, I can dive up that and dial up that and show you guys those particular tapes of him doing such. Nevertheless, here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys with James Washington, he should be more of a intermediate deep threat guy who similar skill set to Gallup, a guy that can bring the ball in. And let me see. We had a few other things here that we're going to talk about. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. I believe – let me pull up Lord Bronson right quick, because we was talking about this last night on the show, and I wanted to highlight what Louis T said.
The best trio in the division. I'm going to just say it right now. we got the best trio in the division. I'll go to
As
war
far
with
as what?
anybody. It's
As far as what?
receivers. I got the best trio in the division. Now, statistically,
Hey, Law almost threw it. Almost threw the hat, Law. Law almost slammed the hat.
I go to war.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
I go to war.
You know what? And Law, you know what? It's a chat full of people, his people, I'm pretty sure, calling me delusional.
I'm
listening to him
Every day.
every
Listen
day.
to what I'm saying. I said I will go to war. It's the same conversation.
Who's your third
Listen,
wide
listen.
receiver, though?
Jahan
Thank
Dotson.
you.
Jahan Dotson. Better than your third. Be quiet.
Better than who? 30? Better than Quez Watkins?
He's better than Quez Watkins.
All right, so this was a conversation, and this ties right in to what I'm about to talk about. All right, so first and foremost, let me break down the Washington Commanders right quick. They do have Terry McLaurin, right? And his whole purpose of Terry McLaurin, the reason why he's not up there because of the quarterback, right? But if I'm not mistaken, the first week we played the Washington team, wasn't Carson Wentz their quarterback, right? And Terry was out there. I had to go back and watch that, right? Terry was out there, right? Curtis Samuel was out there, and maybe Jahan Dotson, he was hurt. I don't know. He wasn't a major factor. And he's still a rookie. He's still building his resume. Now, he do have 5 tubs for the season. Shout out to Jahan Dotson. I think that his ceiling is higher than any of our third-string wide receivers right about now. But far as tangible evidence, those boys still got to they still got to get it out of the mud. But he went on to say, and I don't have that clip, but you guys can watch the NFC East round table talk. He went on to say that Curtis Samuel is better than Michael Gallup. Now, I can fight with him a little bit on Terry McLaurin versus CeeDee Lamb, right? But ultimately, in a pinch, give me CeeDee Lamb over Terry. You know, that's just the bottom line, right? But there's no way that you can present to me that Curtis Samuel, the other wide receiver, shout out to him from the Ohio State, shout out to him, 54 receptions, 556 yards and 3 tubs. Appreciate him. Hey, shout out to what he's do. But he is not better than Michael Gallup. He's not. I just have to call a spade with this. Now, granted, you'll look back at his resume and say, all right, he had this, he had that, and you can pull up any excuses you can find. But when you think about the touchdowns and you think about the third downs, and I get what he was saying about fourth downs. One of the better fourth down wide receivers in the National Football League by metrics and stats or what have you is Curtis Samuel. But my guy catch it before he get to the fourth down opportunity because he's third down machine. So with our third wide receiver, we got a big old question mark right there. You know, we've been rolling with 2.
Because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
And the 2 we've been rolling with was CeeDee Lamb and Gallup, who's coming back. The third wide receiver right now is Noah Brown. And I'm not finna put Noah Brown in a situation where he's a legitimate third wide receiver. I think that he's a hybrid. I think that he is. And I think that for what he's been doing so far, it's been remarkable. But it's not finna be a battleship with them versus us or what have you. I like what we utilize our tight ends. And technically, if you really want to break it down, all 3 would be this right here, CeeDee Lamb, Schultz, and then Gallup. Those would be our 3 options as it relates to a wide receiver situation. But the potential aspect of James Washington could be unique because then he will solidify that role. I think he got more routes under his belt than a Noah Brown, and he can get in and out of his transitions a little smoother from what I've looked at his older tapes. But Noah Brown is solid, y'all. That's just how it goes. Now, as far as the Washington team, A.J. Brown, he's no one to sneeze at. He's a big physical wide receiver. Yeah, I'm not finna discount that man. He helped Jalen Hurts out tremendously as far as his catch radius and on top of that, high pointing the ball and forcing teams to pay when they line them up one-on-one and without the safety help over the top, right? So those are things that we can see. And the other kid, shout out to him, Roll Tide, Devontae Smith. He's a good guy. He can find a soft spot in his zone, and he can take the top off the defense. And Quez Watkins, he's been just as inconsistent as the third wide receiver for us, right? But if you want to talk about potential, Jahan Dotson, shoot, I don't think that they drafted him to be the third wide receiver. So that speaks volumes. What he's doing still being third, right? He's supposed to be at least their second. He's supposed to at least be better than Curtis. But that's a story of another day. I'm taking my Dallas Cowboys roster still over theirs. Believe it or not, like Ripley's. CD is better than Terry. This is from C. Nix. Yes, indeed. Now, as far as from a potential aspect, and if you look at this right here, is what we call a scale, CD versus Terry, I think CD is doing this one. CD versus AJ, I think CD is doing this one. Ascending. And if you look at the numbers, all of the numbers are still in the same wheelhouse. It's just that the Dallas Cowboys, of course, 5 games without their starter, right? But, when I'm talking about quarterback, but for the Washington Commanders, yes, they've been dealing with Heineke and as well as Carson Wentz. Is he a starter? Is he not a starter? And all of those things, right? But that's a story of another day. All right, so it is what it is. I've seen James Washington make some great catches in Pittsburgh. I can hardly wait to see. Well, you can't wait to see what he's going to do when he get that silver and blue. Yeah, with Dak Prescott. Yeah. Jessica says, let them talk. While our Cowboys work on beating teams one game at a time. I love that, lady. I love that. Let's go. And let me say this just to keep everything PG-13. I apologize if I offended anyone with the McCoy thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
21, can you do something for me? 21. Can you hit a little rich flex for me? Then 21.
Come on now. I'm not talking bad about anybody who have reading impairment or slow and who actually rode the slow bus or short bus. I apologize. I'm gonna keep myself PG-13 over here. It was just me joking at you, man. You can take a joke. You can take a hit. You can take this joke, Mr. Coy. You can talk some nonsense over there. You can take this nonsense back on you, right? Come on, y'all. It's just fun. We're just having fun. Not at that man's expense of being slow over there. You know what I'm saying? On national TV. Come on. I ain't mean to talk bad about him, nor his mom and his cousin and Pookie and Ray Ray and all of those people, right? I appreciate him, all what he's doing collectively. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking at the man. All right? Come on. All right? Y'all okay? Y'all all right? It was funny and it's a joke. Come on. Yeah, that's what it was. Funny. Hooked on Phonics. I'm a Hooked on Phonics guy. You know what I'm saying? Look what Hooked on Phonics did for me. Let's go. All right, so in this news, we're going to talk a little bit about Will McClay and how he been one of the guys that we can all say he should be he's the MVP. Let's listen to Will McClay about how he looked at this defense and how he knew to prepare. And this was like earlier this year, before the season kicked off, and let's listen to this audio. It's about 59 seconds.
We won 12 games last year, and what we want to do is add to that. And when you start talking about what you can add to your football team to be better, football is a big man's game. So we wanted to have big athletic continue to add big athletic players to our roster. And I think the big thing was to add more of that physicality, more of that temperament to what we do in our team on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, winning the line of scrimmage. And part of that, you do it with athleticism, but you also do it with attitude.
Who's the most important?
So that was Will McClay. I think that how we kind of structured this particular defense, big, athletic, we got to give kudos and credence to this front office for hiring Will McClay. Will McClay get all of the credit with this. And Chris Hall, if you want, and, of course, those other boys that goes out here and do all of the scouting evaluation. These type of things, when they was talking about GM, who's the best GM in the National Football League last night on the NFC East roundtable. You got to give Howie some credit, right? Howie Roseman, right? He got all of the credit last night, and there was some other guy that they was mentioning. But Howie is what people come to mind with deals, right? And people say, man, look at what the Eagles doing with this dude. He just goes guns a-blazing with deals. Well, I want to say this, too. We got a GM, and his name is not really Jerry Jones. It's just by title, right? But we can all clearly see that Will McClay's impact for this team is second to none. His ability to do his scouting evaluation on a Walmart budget or a Dollar General budget versus what we've seen out of Howie Roseman with an unlimited credit card, right? It appears that he got his dad with the unlimited budget. And what Will McClay got is this budget, right? That he got to make miracles with the Dollar General. Like, put it like this. You go into the mall with Howie, no stores are limited, right? All the stores are unlimited. He can go in any store he want. He can go any aisle he want. He can go grab any toy he want. He don't have nobody looking over his shoulder. He can sit back and relax. But with Will McClay, when it's time for him to get his shopping on, right? His father or his mama, they only send him to Dollar General and say, make it happen. They only send him to the Dollar Tree. Make it happen. They send this man to Fred's. They send him to the Walmart clearance aisle, and they say, hey, make it happen, you know?
No.
That's what's going on with Will. That's what's going on with Will McClay. Yeah, and he makes it happen. He go to Walmart, he go to Fred's, he go to Dollar Tree, he go to Dollar General, and he find players. He just pull them up out of the weeds, man, and say, hey, there's this guy Peyton Hendershot. You know, hey, he's really good. He just got to be. This part just got to match up with that part, you know. He go pull a guy from the bottom of the barrels, you know, that never was drafted by the name of Malik Davis, and all we seen is a guy to get out there and make things happen, right? Come on, y'all. The thrift store. Wait a minute. Yeah, the thrift shop. Yeah, shout out to you, Will. Yeah. Man, you know, and then when he finally, look, It's to the point when we go to Targets or when we go to actual Walmart, it's a luxury. You know, Walmart is considered a luxury for us Cowboys, you know. And then he still can only order and pick up things that got the Great Value logo on it. You like Clorox? No. That's a branded product. You got to go get the Great Value version, baby. You know, a carton of eggs. You can't get the one that got the good name. No, you got to get the one. And look what he do. He said, all right, that's what y'all going to have me to do. Then I'm going to figure out a way. Started from the bottom, now we here. Yes, indeed. Moneyball, like Brad Pitt, yeah, movie, yes, indeed. Yard sale McClay, and he is nice with it. But over there, HEB off-brand is the best. Where's the HEB in Dallas, man? I heard they built one up there up north somewhere. I need to go and check that out. East Camden says goodwill, yeah. And this is not, look, We relish at this moment. We do. Nobody saw Dayron Bland. You know, look at Dayron Bland doing what he's doing, right, as a late-round draft pick, right? Look at what Terrence still been doing for us for these last few years, right? They got that brother straight off of the clearance rack from one of those stores, maybe the Goodwill, and I ain't talking about hunting. Yes, indeed. Delicious dips. Okay, I'm going to have to check out a HEB. Yes, indeed. Raymond says, great value, baby. This is a great value deal, you know. And it works. It works. Dante Fowler, man, that's a great value. It's a great value. You can sign that man for $1 million and some change. And look what we done did with him, you know. 21. Can you do something for me? Come on. Sharp, smart, with Wilmart. Come on. Ooh-wee. Yes, indeed. I had another super chat. Shout out to you, B. Wee. He says Dak is the most disrespected athlete of all time. Tyler Allen says, and I appreciate you so much, B. Wee. Tyler Allen says he's a mumble rapper of sports analyst. You're talking about Shady. And like I say, I apologize, Shady. You know, I don't want your people, man, your mom and your cousins and Poogie Ray to come after me. You know what I mean? If we Law Nation love the kids. And shout out to the onesie crews. If you're a grown man wearing onesies, man, let me know in the chat. Shout out to the onesies. You know what I'm saying? B-Wee, I really respected the guy, a football player. He's burning all of the respect down as an analyst, though. This is a B-Wee with the $10 support. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's listen to more of these audios that we have around. Cowboy Nation, here's the thing. Here's the truths. The Dallas Cowboys, regardless, it would never be something. It would never be something that's cut and dry, right? It's always something that we would look back and say, man, how come this and how come that? And this was Ryan Clark. No. I tell you what, we ain't going to be a player.
If we don't have that, then I'm not confident at all. That's the issue. We all realize that issue of health. We've got a good beat on that. If this thing works, it'll improve this team now. If we don't have that, then we're in a positive situation as well. It has to improve us now. And that's a pretty tall order. It has to improve us in a way that makes sense for us as we look not only this year, but as it impacts the years to come relative to the financial aspect of it.
All right, so, yeah, that was Jerry Jones. I think I already played that. That was from yesterday on the Odell Beckham. I thought to myself, I didn't already queued that one. So we don't have to even talk about that one. But what we can talk about is the news that was cycling around my guy, Micah Parsons. And let's listen to this right quick, just for reference and context right here. Let's listen to this.
Big breaking news this morning. WNBA star Brittany Griner has been released from a Russian penal colony. And this tweet from President Biden says, moments ago, I spoke to Brittany Griner. She is safe. She is on a plane. She is on her way home. The photo is of the vice president, the president, and Sherelle Griner, who is Brittany's wife, learning the news and was able to, according to NBC's Peter Alexander, speak to Brittany, having a private talk with her wife before she got on that plane. We'll continue to follow the story as it develops. The president is expected to speak in about 5 minutes or so. We'll bring that to you live as soon as it happens.
All right, so the news hit that, Russia frees WNBA player Brittany Griner. And my guy Parsons had some choice words about that. And basically, one thing I could tell you, man, when you're talking about politics and political warfare is always a unique one, and it's always a challenging one because those are things that always get divided amongst each other. And to make a long story short, he had a family member that was captured or what have you, or was in some type of Marines or what have you. And just to piggyback off of what he said, he basically said in his last tweet, it was no shot at Brittany. He's happy that she's back home, and he had family members who served, and it's crazy to him that the president wouldn't bring them back home too. So in short, he was saying that he's the furthest thing from a Trump supporter, and he's not also a Biden fan. And then he goes into more details about what this and that was said. But one thing I can tell you, I love this fact about Parsons, that he's not a muffled mouth guy, right? And on top of that, he speaks his mind, but he's also big enough to say, hey, I'm not here to have extreme pride on the line and say, hey, I'm right about this. When he's wrong, he's wrong. And he said, hey, he spoke to some people who's highly educated on this. I'm paraphrasing. For that, he apologized. I'm also told about the attempts of bringing back a Marine, Paul Whelan home is true. Then he said that he spoke out of emotions. And then he goes into more details. Check out his Twitter page. Check out his handle on Twitter about all of this. And one thing I can tell you for sure about Parsons, that's leadership right there, and say, hey, I was wrong. I made a mistake. I spoke out of emotions, right? But it also flexes his independency as an American, right? To be able to speak and spit his mind, right? And not being shut down, not being listening to people to say, hey, stick to football, stick to sports. But because political and politics is in everything and anything that we do, right? So I love this, man. I support this dude. And, hey, he wasn't afraid to speak out against the officials, right? I told the man, I said, hey, don't go to First Take or Undisputed, whatever those talk shows are, right? And he was determined to go there, right? And I kept banging on the table. But somebody hit me up and said, man, if he do go there, he's going to speak his mind, right? But he then gave them boys the cold shoulder and said, you know what, it's all about staying focused and being on the same page with the Dallas Cowboys. So therefore, I'm not going. I said, yeah. So I love hearing this, man, about Parsons. Continue to be a trailblazer, continue to be that leader, and continue to exercise your constitutional right, freedom of speech, baby. Continue. Now, when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too, though. That's just how it goes. When you do those type of things, where my button at? I'm looking for it, y'all. That's just how it goes. When you speak out.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
That's just how it goes. Because those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. It don't matter how much I can tell the Washington Commanders that my team is better. They're going to always go to the grave. Washington. It don't matter how much I can tell the Eagles that my team is better and yet younger and prettier. You're right, they're going to still try to drop their Eagles droppings because their opinions are already fixated. Their mind is already fixated on their team, right? And the Giants or what have you. But the reality of it is this right here, even though my Cowboys, see how I flipped it back on everybody? Even though my Cowboys been on a 27-year hiatus, we just been chilling, collecting dust on our Super Bowl rings and trophies. They haven't caught up to us nor past us with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the craziest thing. That's just how it goes. Shout out to you, Eric. That's my guy, man. He tried to give you some hard degrees over there on the Facebook. Appreciate you. Yeah. So you heard what I said, She-Go fans. Yeah, look, y'all listen to Jessica. Yeah. Parsons speaks some truth. Yeah. And it is what it is. With that being said, Cowboy Nation, and this team heading into Week 14 versus the Texans. Newsflash, they don't care what Parsons said, right? The media will try to gobble and eat you up if you don't win. So you got to get out there this weekend and win. That's just the reality of it. Cowboys, we got to get out there and win. That is the truth of it. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to shout out to my brother, the Twin Maker. I see him. He was in here earlier. And I got your text if you're still there. And we will do just that. I'll do that for you, fam. And shout out to my guy. And supposedly, if time is permitting, I'll go live with my brother tonight, too. We go over some games and things. I appreciate everybody. Let's do this.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down.
Call in, baby. Mods, put the number down in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Reserve your spot. Let's go. Let's get.
Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coast and or we in the hidden hills. In the popping straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling bluffs, I show and prove it is for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones
Bars.
Down for life. Keep it super thug my way on
Yo.
this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Please announce yourself. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who
Come on.
down for real, down for life.
Let's go.
Super thug my way on.
I had somebody that hit me up and said, inside caramel like the 100 grand. And then they hit me up on the Twitter, and they said that it just hit me, man, that he was talking about the candy bar. There's some bars, man. There's some bars, some bars. But appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. I got the first caller from the 903. Lady Jessica, you live.
What's up, Law? What's up, chat room? How's everybody doing?
Hey.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
It's about that smash mouth football. We need to punch them in the throat, smash them for 60 minutes, no let up, no holding back. Defense handle their business, offense handle their business. Go punch these people in their mouth. We ain't got time to be playing around with the Texans. It's about that ring number 6. We got that in our view. The boys got that in their view. That's what they want. They hungry. They want that ring. They want that high calling in their lives. So it's about them winning one game at a time. And all of this negativity, don't be worried about them she-girls. Don't be worried about them talking. You know why? They're talking all that noise. It's because they feel the heat of the Cowboys on their heels. They feel them coming up for that number 1 top spot to go on for the 6th ring. That's why they're doing all that talking. That's why they're doing all that smacking. You might be 11-1. But we coming for that spot, and we're coming, and we coming hard. It ain't no shaking and faking with the boys. They're ready. They're on one mission, and that is ring 6. So y'all better support our boys. Y'all better cheer them and encourage them to beat the pins off of the Texans. How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
2-3.
Let's go. Let's go. That's Lady Jessica. She said 40-3, right? Ooh, woo. That would be nice, right? That would be so nice. Cowboys just gotta get out there and make it happen. All right, we got the next caller from the 936. You live. Talk to me.
What's good, Law?
Nah, everything all is well. Talk to me, man.
Shoot, man, I got a couple things to say, man. One thing, improvement.
Yeah.
On both sides, improvement, real big improvement.
Right.
They gonna handle their little business with the Texans. That ain't no thing. That's cakewalk. But they can't go out there tripping. You know what I'm saying? If they come out there tripping, they might see another L. You know,
Right.
just
Right.
because they go in there with the big head, you can't go in there with the big head. You got to go in there and do them like you've been doing the other teams.
No doubt, man. Get out there, establish your dominance, and get things going, man. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on anything else, man, before I let you roll?
Man, that's all I had to say, Law. I'm just back here chilling, you know.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, fam.
I watch the show every day.
I thank you for that, Dan. Appreciate you, fam. Good call for you.
Already, man.
That's what's it, man. All right, we got VIP, man, from the 860. Talk to me, man. You live.
Lord VIP, baby.
What's good with you, Chief? Talk to me, man.
Well, I've been on a mini vacation, man. I've been letting everybody else eat. And you know I'm out here in the Bronx amongst all these Giants and Eagles fans.
Right.
I'm boxing them down, letting them know look, Law, I am for the first time in my life rooting for the Giants this week.
Okay.
I don't care how they do it, Law. I just need a dub for them.
Man, I think the Giants, man, versus the Eagles, I think that they're going to bring some good stuff to the table. They can run the ball. They got sound defense. Not saying that they got great defense. They got sound defense. They play the field. I think that it'll be a close game if they do the right things. That's what it's going to be at.
Right. And what I think they had their defense has advantage of, they practice up against a running quarterback all day, every day. So their D coordinator already has that in his arsenal. Yep. I really see them beating Philly this week. And then after that, that lines us up.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to take care of business, man, and do our thing, and everything else will work its way out. I truly believe that this could be the situation this weekend, especially the Cowboys just still getting right, man. We got a long way to go, and this would be a good situation for us to play against the Texans. We're not going to sleep on the Texans.
And what I want,
Go ahead.
What else I want, too, is our Cowboy Nation is to back off my boy, Boss Man Fat. Let him earn his stripes. He hasn't got to earn his stripes. He earned his stripes on special teams, did he not, Law?
He did. He earned his stripes, man, and let's get out there. Hey, he's back at practice today, and he needs to establish the levels of consistency today, tomorrow, and then when it's time to play, we need to see him out there, man. If anybody need to have a good game, it should be number one.
I'm predicting a pick from him. He went for a pick. I watched the game. I always watch our games like 5 times. He was that close to getting a pick and joining that party last week.
He was close, man. He was close. And if he get just one pick, that would help us out so much, man, as far as how we feeling coming into the playoffs, or going into the playoffs.
I think it will help out. More than that, it helps out his confidence. Because DQ already gave him the green light. DQ has confidence in him because DQ sees that capability. Not everybody can run a 4-2. So I don't care what y'all say. Now, look, I always dreamed. I ran a 4-3-3. I've always dreamed to get into that 4-2.
Man, you fast, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. That's something you cannot coach. What he is a little handsy. He's a little hands-on. But I think between him and Nashon Wright, what they do better than my boy AB is they play the run, and they're not afraid to put their head in that run game.
That I have no rebuttal to that. Yeah, you're right, man. I appreciate you for calling in, VIP.
You know what it is, Law? How about them Cowboys? I ain't a killer, but don't push me, Law.
No doubt. Audio straight. My audio straight, y'all. Let me know if the audio is straight. Twin, you were saying something about the audio. Was the music too loud? I got my settings over here kind of altered a little bit. Y'all let me know if the audio is straight and everything. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to this episode. And be sure to hit that like, share, and comment. Yeah. Martinez says losing to the Packers hurt us. Yeah, that kind of threw us off. But in a crazy round of about way, the loss also inspired us, right? Believe it or not, although it works its way out into the good situation. Trey says, I can't hear you, but Swain says loud and clear. Thomas says it's good. So maybe trade, hang up, or get off of the Facebook and log back in. All right, and then we took good care of all of our capabilities. Trey, speaking of you, from the 901, you're live.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
can hear you on my other. I'm on my other phone.
Oh,
but
okay.
the phone I'm logged in on Facebook, it just went dead. I can't hear you.
Oh.
Your lips moving, but you ain't saying anything.
okay.
But I'll fix that once I get off the phone. Though.
No doubt. What you got for this episode?
Okay, so here we go. So all I want everybody to do is just pay attention. Like, I'm not the only one that said what VIP just said about those Giants. I watched Total Access like I'm glued to it 24/7.
Okay.
David Carr said the exact same thing. He said, I don't mean no harm. I know everybody finna get mad at me. But I'm telling y'all, see, the New York football team, this is why they call them that. They just play football. They not a great team. They not a bad team.
Right.
They were when Eli was there, but they not a great team. They not a bad team. They just play football. And that's why they just keep winning and they're winning. You see what I'm saying? They just play. And what's going to happen? Because everybody forgetting, okay, Daniel Dine, we know how he is. He ain't going to do nothing with us. You know, they can't beat us. They never will beat us. But what I'm trying to say is he's a running quarterback as well. Man, them folks going to go head up. They're not going to let Jalen do what he think he's going to do to those. Just like the Washington played them. Those Giants going to play them the same way. So that's going to give us a little heads up. I'm not worried about I hate to hear people keep saying, this ain't no trap game. You know, Cowboys, we need to go out. Who do y'all think the Cowboys are? Them some grown men.
Right.
You ain't got to sit there and trying to keep telling us every damn game, every week, you telling us the same thing. Man, we need to get out there. What you think?
Right.
These folks going out here putting up 50 burgers, y'all. Open your eyes up and quit being stuck on yesteryear and last year what we didn't do because we didn't make it to the playoffs. We was losing last time around this time of the year.
Yep.
When the last time we lost, y'all? Somebody tell me. When the last time we lost? And then when was the last time we've been putting up 40 burgers on folks?
Man,
we the only team in the NFL, 3 games. We put up 49, put up 40, and we done put up a 50 burger. Would have been 60 if they hadn't called Sam touchdown back when he snatched it off of Matt Ryan's hand down.
Oh yeah.
It would have been 61.
Y'all listen to her, man. Y'all hear her.
Only thing
Come on.
I'm saying is, y'all need to bag off these Cowboys. You just scared because you know we coming. Y'all see this. Micah Parsons, Diggs, and all them, we're not finna play with these folks. It's our time. This the last time we gonna say, yeah, we going to the Super Bowl because this year, y'all see it. Ain't no fool in it. Play that song. You see it like I see it. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to beat the NFC East. We will be on top. Y'all just pay attention.
Y'all listen to her, man. Y'all listen.
So, yeah. Only thing I'm saying to y'all is, hold on, people. Just hold on. We finna show y'all who the Dallas Cowboys really is. Dak and Zeke, this they last go round. Them brothers finna go get them a ring, and we finna show everybody, yeah, we made mistakes, but we finally got this together. Dan Quinn finally got it together, y'all. We stopped and run, and we stopped that O-line, and my baby back, he back. Y'all, Tyron them finna kill these folks, y'all. So let me tell y'all, the scope for the Giants and them dudes that's gonna play them, I'm telling y'all, that score gonna be probably like, because they gonna beat them better than they beat the Colts.
Right.
They only won about 1 point. Them Giants gonna get them four probably about, I think it's gonna be about 2 touchdowns. Watch what I tell y'all. Trey said that. Watch what I tell y'all.
Look. They're gonna be something. Look, they're gonna make the whole. Look, that's crazy. You know.
I promise you. Watch this. This how crazy this stuff get, y'all. This is a rivalry game. Remember this. We play each other like this. Okay, so did y'all think that Washington was gonna beat Philadelphia Eagles? Did you think that? Did y'all think Washington was going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, I was rooting for Washington in that game, by the way.
No. I'm just saying, the way they got them up there at that high state, anybody in this room, Twitter, Facebook, all of them, Instagram, do y'all think that Washington was going to beat them folks? Nobody thought that. That's because that's the way we play each other. We play each other so different because we know each other. Watch what I tell y'all about that game, and watch how we going to kill them when they come to our house. So just let y'all know, be prepared, December 23rd. Don't get your food out the way. Sit down and get ready for prime time. We're going to have 100 million watching them Cowboys kill them birds, and we're going to shut everybody in the National Football League mouth completely shut because we on our way, y'all. Law, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. ESPN is knocking at your door. How about them Cowboys? Y'all about to find somebody to play with.
Appreciate you, Trey. Yes, indeed. There's got to be some concessions made if I go over to ESPN. First and foremost, I need to have a sit down with Stephen A. Smith and the playmaker before we do anything, and then we'll throw Ryan into the mix. We'll do him a good conversational piece too with Ryan. That's on Pivot Podcast. That's doing his thing over there at ESPN. But neither here nor there. I got some more callers that's waiting, but I'm gonna tell you guys, man, she brought some heat. That's Trey, y'all. Now let's get it over to She's your queen to be. You live, Queen.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Some Cowboys, Lord.
How about them?
I'm telling y'all right now, we're not losing no more games. We're not losing no more games. We're going to be 14-3 at the end of this season.
All right.
14-3. We're not losing no more games. Watch what I tell you now.
Okay.
Because Micah Parsons got mad at that Green Bay game. He said that wasn't going to happen no more. And I believe him when he said that that's not going to happen.
He said, no more. He sure did say like they ain't happen no more.
Oh, yeah. He sure said it. And 9 times out of 10, from what I said, what Michael say, it goes. What Michael said, it goes. I haven't seen anything that except for that Green Bay game.
Yeah. The Green Bay game kind of slapped us around.
Except for that Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that messed.
What you doing? You getting some ice or something?
No, hell, you know I'm at work, Long.
Oh, okay. I sound like some ice. I said, where my drinks at? You know what I'm saying? Pour up the champagne bottles in the Hennessy. I think you're pouring us some ice over there.
I just called to talk about the fact that we weren't going to lose no more games. Oh, and one more thing. I wanted you to check out, I don't know if you watched it yesterday, but Hanging with the Boys.
Okay.
Did you check that out yesterday?
No. What they say? What's the time minutes or where I need to? What part of the episode I need to check out?
I'm gonna DM you and let you know.
Time stamp it.
There's this guy that calls in there. I don't know if you know. His name's Computer. He calls in there all the time.
Yeah.
And but he said some fire stuff on there yesterday, boy. I'm gonna find out the time stamp and I'm gonna DM you and let you know.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Queen. That's Queen, y'all.
Let them hang, Cowboy Nation.
Let them hang. Let them hang, baby. A Computer, he's a friend of the show and everything. Shout out to him. Let's go. That's Queen. Yeah, she gonna send me that, and then I'm gonna see what he said, and somebody, if y'all get to it before her, timestamp and let me know what he said. Shout out to Computer. He diehard Cowboy fan and a strong supporter of this team, not a weak one. All right, I got the 681. You live, fam. You live.
Oh, what's happening, Law? This is Norman Andrews.
Norm.
How about them Cowboys first off?
How about them?
Yeah. I said that the Philadelphia Eagles, after beating us, they was going to split for everybody, Washington, New York, and us. So they're going to have to play. They thought they had an easy ride, but they went through the gauntlet or going through the gauntlet like we are doing.
Right. I think
somebody a little bit.
Yeah, somebody brought that up last night that they pretty much already played the Texans, the Titans, the AFC teams, man, and we just now finished start to play those teams, and everybody in the NFC had a good ride with those boys playing the Titans and the Texans and et cetera. But go ahead.
Yeah, so they're riding high on that, and we've done it too. So we're gonna do the same thing they've done, and we show what you do to bums.
I mean, you show them up, you
They're
slap
playing
them right.
exactly what you do when you chew them up and spit them out and on for the next meal.
Right.
You see, so I think we're gonna do all right. I'm not saying 14-3. I might say 13-4.
Right.
And everybody we beat is gonna be a high 30 to low 15, 17, anything. I don't think they're going to score too much on us.
No, look,
Not even
there's my thoughts right here. There's only one team that can beat the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Dallas Cowboys. Right. When we playing the way we are playing. And that's why the odds or what have you, 50% all leaning toward the Cowboys or what have you to go to the Super Bowl. And what I'm saying is still we got to take one day at a time, 1 week at a time. Yeah, there will be some challenges out there. But if we play up to the level that I know we can play at, shoot, Cowboys all day.
Yes, all day long. And if they just beat the Cowboys, we've been waiting a long time, and it's time.
Yeah.
I ain't going to hold you up long. I just want to say it's time. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? How about them? Yeah. I mean, we've been playing so good. I haven't heard from Hakeem. Right? Y'all remember Hakeem? You know, he was right to call us when we were losing. But when I look at the call sheet and I don't see Hakeem name down there, I know we doing good jobs, right? That's how it goes, man. My brother from another mother, man, Rasta. X, man, you in the house, man, from the 757. You love.
Brother Law.
Until it, Chief. Talk to me.
You got to make a promise, man. You make that transition and infiltrate ESPN. You got to get Stephen A. Smith to lean forward.
Yeah. You tell him to lean forward right here.
Hey, man, it's a good time to be a Cowboys fan right now. I would say I'm impressed with the players' leadership, the leadership on the team. I'm impressed with the health, surprisingly. And something I would like to see happen, something that would make me feel really good, is if somebody would make, if it gets to a point in the game where, it's we up on a foot on their throat.
Right.
I would like to see some kind of implementation of getting Tolbert the ball and getting some of the younger offensive players, up to speed, for later on, so we don't have to scramble, and you know what I'm saying.
Well, we got 5, 6 games, right? Here's what I need to see from this team, as far as the other wide receivers. I want them to start integrating James Washington into this offense, right? I think that Tolbert is more of a guy for the 2023 season. And
so we're writing them off.
Yeah, I'm writing them off for this year, man.
I'm down with it. I
mean, I don't want the feel good story of putting them in so that he can learn now, and then in the playoff he make a big mistake, right? I want us to just continue to go with guys that already been here before, that already caught passes before, who understands, like, they played professional football for a minute, right? That knows the gravity of the moment so that they won't F it up. And I think that Tolbert, growing pains are necessary, but, man, we can do that next offseason and the next year. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody already know how to get around and move around. Yeah.
I can accept that, but Turpin done held the ball before as a professional, so I like to see some, just so that just to make sure that we reliable down the stretch. But either way, man, ain't no complaints over here. The Tyrannosaurus finna come back. I can't even. Can you believe that? It sounds like that's how we always used to. Just start the season with him on IR. Tell him he got a bad pinky toe, and bring him in right around week 15, 16. Like that's how I always feel like it would rather be. And here we are. What is it, week 13, 14, 13?
I mean, we heading into 13. Week 14 now. Yeah, it's week 14 now. Yeah.
I mean, let him mess around and not have skipped the beat. We deep on the O-line, and we gelling like just like everybody say. Shoot, it feel like we can't even beat us. We mess around and
we fool around. It's Cowboys versus Cowboys, man.
Yeah, hey. So, hey, man, just appreciate you, dog. Love everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one, man.
Man, no doubt, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was loud right there. Yeah. But y'all get how this goes, man. Queen, Cowboy Sports. Oh, yeah, I forgot. My score prediction is 60-3. Oh, wait and see. And look who you came to see. I can't wait to see that. Appreciate you for that support. Spark, can you save me?
Good morning, man.
No,
good morning.
Good morning to
over
you,
here,
man.
over here, it's good morning.
Oh yeah, about to say it was good with you though, man.
Hey, I was gonna say with VIP. Whenever he comes on, I feel like when he's with his girl in the bed, right? It's like 6 a.m. They got to wake up for work, right? And all of a sudden his baby's like, hey, good morning, VIP. How you doing? All of a sudden he's like, hey, good, what's up, girl? Like, he always comes with that energy. Always comes right off the bat with that energy. I like that, man.
Yeah, he do got a lot of energy, man.
Like, yeah, man. Like, damn, dude. Like, non-stop.
Man.
I like it. I'm gonna tell you. So a lot of people are talking about, they're like, oh, this, and it kind of does to me too. But in my opinion, the two main things that do feel different is the kicker position. The kicker position feels much better.
Right.
Like more, like we're not losing games because of missed field goals and all that. But the offensive line, if you remember at this time last year, that's when they started messing around with the offensive line. They screwed up by moving Steele to left tackle. Put Lyle Collins in for no reason when he shouldn't have been starting.
Political football.
Yeah. And I think that was the downfall, and that's the difference. Like now we're running 220 yards against Indianapolis.
Right.
When we couldn't run the ball last year after Minnesota.
Man.
We couldn't run the ball at all. So that's where the confidence. I think the confidence is. That's where I see it. That's where I feel it.
Man.
The confidence is running the ball. Like the offensive line feels 16. But almost up to that. And with getting Tyron back, it feels like it's going to be, it's going to be strong.
Yep. And if you could sacrifice, I had this game and the next game, like the Texans or the Jaguar game. If you could sacrifice one game for Tyron, because it's going to take him a minute to get everything going. Yeah. And this will be a good weekend right here. I'll say he'll be ready. If he plays this game, it'll be remarkable for one. But if he plays this game, this would be the sacrifice game. But I like it because he'll be in good strides for Jacksonville and Eagles game and beyond. I love it.
Yeah, to be honest, it's the run game that's really helping us this year. Mm-hmm. I'm like everyone else. I'm kind of feeling good about it. Forget about OBJ. We're getting Tyron back. I feel that's a better addition. That way you can mess with Tyron, Peters, and McGovern, who hasn't played bad. Even Tyler Biotish, I don't want to like you do, but he's beat, right?
I mean, Tyler.
I'm not seeing any of that.
I mean, Tyler got stronger this year. He's holding his point of contact, haven't allowed a single sack this season. He didn't allow one last year, but he had a lot of penalties. He had like 14 penalties himself. So this year he only have like 2-3 penalties, man. So shout out to him, man. Biotish is having quietly his best season.
Is.
No. Spock, you still there?
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, you just cut out when you were saying like he's quietly having a good year. But I agree.
Quietly,
I just want to add that about the line. Like I really feel good about the line. The line and the kicking position. I think that's really the difference. As long as Kellen Moore sticks to. Okay, here's what I want to see against the Texans.
Break it down.
I know they script the first 15. But I want to see. I don't care. I don't really care. I want to see the first 6, 7, 8 plays run. Especially if Tyron is back, just for the first quarter. Don't come out passing. Just run 8 straight times. 6, 7, 8 straight times. Just get them in the rhythm. That's it. I don't care like what the rest is. Just do that, man. Just run.
Yeah, just run, man, and establish that, and everything else will work its way out. I think that we are a run-first team. I think that Dak Prescott plays his best football off of play action. There's nothing wrong. And if we can continue to do this, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager. Stop thinking that that's a nasty word, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with Dak Prescott doing such. Hey, we win the game. That's all that matters. We just put up 54 points against this pass team. Dak only threw for 170 yards. Let's continue to do that. A win is a win. I appreciate you for calling in.
All right, thanks, man.
Good call from Spock, man. Can you save me? Oh, Queen. You send me the timestamp, but I need the video too. Send me the video link. I'm put video link as well. You send me the timestamp. She says hanging with the boys at 27 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, so send me that video on my DM, Queen, and I'll play it. I'll listen to my God computer. All right, I got 214. I got Ezekiel, and then I got Coach Marv. All right, so Chris 214.
What's going on, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
I just want to make these 2 points right here. That jumbo package, both for the Smiths and Jason Peters, on their left side, is 3 big human beings.
Yeah.
3 big human beings. I'm just happy.
Man. What's going on with your phone, Chris?
Oh, hold on, wait. Bye now.
All right, say something again.
21, can you do something for me? 21. Can you?
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
You say something, man. Say something.
My tip.
All right, good. Come on, Chris.
Okay. Nah, I was just saying, with those 3 big linemen over there, man, we're both like the Smiths, and Jason Peters, man, that jumbo package is gonna be crazy. That jumbo package on that left side is going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah, man. The red zone threat that we got now, you know what? A lot of times what people fail to realize that last year, although we were the number 1 offense in total yards and, of course, points, but our red zone efficiency level, we were like 22nd, 23rd disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? And we needed to get better than that. And guess what, man? This season – remarkable. We are scoring. I don't have the official numbers, but I promise you it's not ranked 22nd and 23rd.
That's right. Hey,
we scoring.
We're not getting 3 down there.
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting 3 down there. And I just wanted to bring up this other point just real quick. Yeah. This whole notion about the Cowboys leaking out Beckham stuff. Don't y'all know that every day that goes by that this man is not on a roster, like y'all do know that it's pointing towards of him. It's pointing like he's not going to play. So, I mean, that was already some speculation anyway. He takes a week to visit a team. Yeah. He's taking another week to see, oh, well, do I want to go here? So, I mean, come on, man. Like,
it's the weirdest case. My thing is, so for him to go there, right? That means that he have open offers from teams, like open invitations, right? And
exactly.
And I know how this goes. I don't think that he's paying for the flights or anything. The team got to pay for that. There's a write-off for them, too. So they fly him in, and he sit down and he talk, and they have this conversation. They go over medicals. They go over his thought tracks, his goals, where he see himself in a couple of years and things like that. Then they say, all right, so you going to do something for me? Come on, 21. What you going to do for me, man? Are you going to run? You know what I'm saying? Can you talk to the ops for me? So now it's time for him to get out there to work out. He said, you know what? I ain't doing it, because I got another offer on the table. And then he tweeted out a cryptic text or tweet with a pond, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he already got a futures agreement with someone that he don't want to disclose, or that knee and all of those things are not up to snuff and he's not willing to work out because it can go pop again. And those are things that will run off Jerry Jones, this young Stephen Jones, because normally if you're willing to work out, you're willing to work out, but he didn't do that. So they're like, man, there's nothing we can do for you, supposedly.
Man, listen, he is in no rush. Like, he ain't in no rush to get on nobody's roster. Like, he's really not. He ain't ready.
He ain't ready. At least we supposed to see some video footage of him running in the sand, doing some calisthenics, some bleacher runs or something like that, some bounding and all of that. But he ain't even doing that. So, yeah, you're right. He ain't ready.
Oh, I gotta go.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed, man. Go get that. Go get that. I know how those days used to be. But shoot, he ain't working at a call center. Shoot, when I was up there at Comcast, every 5 minutes, there's no way I could call somebody and talk on a talk show. Every 5 minutes, it was somebody in my ear. Every time I close my eyes, I could think of Comcast. Thank you for calling Comcast. The name is Lawrence. How can I help you? But neither here nor there. Zeke from the 703. You're live, Zeke. Zeke.
Yo. What's going on?
Nothing to it, man. I hear echoes, man. You got to turn me down or something, man. Talk to me.
Yep. Hey, how about them Cowboys? I'm just going to start it off
How about
with that. How about them Cowboys? Hey, so I'm going to just tell everybody like this. This time last year, we was facing animosity.
Mm-hmm.
We're always facing some type of, scrutiny. It don't matter what we do. We could beat them boys 70-0, and they'll try to discredit, and say, oh, the Cowboys, beat a weak team or such and such and so and so. But this is our year, and I said this to my wife. She was looking at Zeke and saying, he don't look like the same person. Right. I don't know about y'all, but Zeke is flashing out there. He looking like a 2016 Zeke. He looking like rookie Zeke. I'm seeing flashes. I'm seeing him cut. I'm seeing him, have that burst up the field. And
can I make a strange statement? Right? Let me make a strange statement. I like this version of Zeke better than all of the versions of Zeke outside of 2016 Zeke. Believe it or not.
Absolutely.
I like this version of Zeke. I do. That's my stance on that.
I agree with you, because when he first got in the league and he got that, I can say I've never had that much money at one point in time, but I think he was feeling himself. He came in the league. He knew he had something special. He knew that people, knew of him, and he came out of Ohio State,
right?
You know what I'm saying, as the man and things like that. But once he came in the league,
right,
and he settled down, and he understood that this is not a sprint. This is a relay race. This is a long going for the long haul.
Right.
He's learning how to pace himself. And Pollard, dude is running lights out, and ain't nobody in the league doing what we're doing. And then talk about the 12 personnel. The 12 personnel is going to be our ticket to the Super Bowl because teams don't know how to stop it. When we stack, you know what I'm saying, 3 tight ends, and I hope Kellen Moore, man, I hope he just sticks to the plan. Stick to the plan, bro. We are a run.
It was a good game.
Team. Yes, Dak can throw. I believe Dak can throw the deep ball, but we're holding it and we're saving it. And Dak can run. And mark my words, Law. Mark my words. Dak is going to start running more because this whole season, Dak ain't really run because he don't want to give the defense, you know what I'm saying, who studies our film, anybody who plays the Cowboys, I believe they pull out the pen and paper, iPads. They ready to get all the stats because they don't want to look bad on national television. But they got no choice. They about to look bad because as soon as Dak start running and they start seeing this different, this style that he used to do in 2016 with the run duo, and then with our 12 personnel with the 3 tight end stack, and then we got, oh my goodness, we got Tyron Smith coming back. Don't nobody want to see him on the left side.
Right.
So Zeke's going to start running to the left. Dak might start rolling out to the left more and start getting his rushing yards up. And nobody's going to know what to do with that.
No doubt,
Dak's
man.
going to have that triple threat, that run pass option. They ain't going to know whether he's going to run it, whether he's going to hand it off, or whether he's going to throw the deep ball.
No doubt.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. How about them Cowboys? This is our year, baby.
Let's
This is
go.
our year. And if the Eagles ain't careful, we about to catch them. And we about to pass them. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Man, come on with it, man. Appreciate you, Zeke. Thank you for the 703. That's Zeke on Zeke, man. You know, here's the thing is with this, and I know we got a lot of detractors from Ezekiel Elliott because of the growth aspect of Tony Pollard and what he brings to the table. And it was nice of hearing from the Washington Commanders side of it. You know, Louis T, he was saying that, you know, before the start of the season, he was taking Antonio Gibson over Zeke. He was saying that Zeke is kind of pretty much gone and washed and things like that. And all I can tell you is that if people continue to have that type of notion and mindset, Zeke gonna eat. Zeke going to eat, y'all. You need both. You need the sledgehammer. You need the sword or the machete, you know? And Zeke is that sledgehammer. And when we look back at some of the pivotal yards, some of the pivotal downs of wearing down the team and wearing down the ops or what have you, you look back at the game and you say, oh, that was Zeke. Oh, it was nothing but 4 yards. But those 4 yards, man, that DB said, nah, you know, when they got hit by Zeke. And that's what he brings. He softens the defense. And Tony Pollard, he's not a soft running back when he's added into the mix, and he continued to plow away. So those things go a long way, not a short way. Hammer and as well as with the machete or the sword. You know what I'm saying? You know, that machete. You need that machete sometimes when you're in war, right? You need that dagger, and sometimes you need that sledge, and that's what we got. And the outside noise people, they're going to try to take away. They're going to say the Cowboys don't need. The Cowboys shouldn't want. But the football purists and those who follow the Cowboys, we understand. Like, no, we need both. And I'm saying the word need. And we've seen also what my guy Malik Davis can do in a pinch as well. So, man, if we continue to do these things, and the difference between the 2021 season versus the 2022, we was kind of like falling apart, right? Injuries here, injuries there, knock on some wood. And we were trying to play musical chairs, political warfare with La'el Collins not wanting to play guard, but he was a tackle who would have been better suited as a guard. You see what I'm going? We don't have those issues now. Terrence Steele, there's no reservations where Terrence Steele is at. He got a cement spot on that right tackle side. Right? Let me let the Coach Marv in the house, friend, from the 803 you live.
What's going on, Lo? How you doing, brother?
Oh man, looking good,
Man,
feeling
hey.
good, man, doing good.
Man, you doing good, man, because we doing good, man. We all right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just don't. Hey, man, we got, man, if Tyron, let's just say that Tyron comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Tyron is never, when he's come back, his bad play is still probably B plus or
right
play.
Yeah.
If he comes back and play, don't you know we have the best offensive line in football?
Oh, hands down. Yeah.
So usually when you got the best offensive line in football, it makes everything else better around you.
Mm-hmm.
So your receivers get more time to do their thing. Your defenses have to adjust, not just for the running game, but they have to respect your offensive line and the push you get on the offensive line. So that makes everything shade for the potential of the run.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't really handle it with a front seven
No doubt.
in the box because of their dominance.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the whole outlook of a football game. So I think it's flattering when we as people of Cowboys Nation, when we're discussing and really going over a fine-tooth comb for our third wide receiver. That shows how deep and talented this team is. When the biggest argument is the third wide receiver.
hey, that's a whole lot better than what we was arguing last year. Hey, is Terrence still a right tackle? Is La'el Collins better? You know, I love this argument.
We used to be arguing about, do we have a first grade defensive tackle? Do we have a first grade?
Yeah.
So this is when you talk about your talent base has grown. That's when you start really honing in and getting. And what I think about this team is that last year this was a young, really first year put together type team.
It was, yeah.
And they started showing that wear of new territory last year around this time.
Yeah.
But you can tell in the confidence in the interviews and in the play and in the psyche, this is no longer new territory.
Nope.
This is territory that has been charted already. Now, when you get into familiar land, you move around different. So that's why I want the Cowboys fans to understand. When you get in familiar land, you move around different. And this is where you move around different. And when you get to that point, when we get to the playoffs, and we get to that point, when it gets where where our travels stop last, that's when you have to buckle down and say we push forward. So I wouldn't care about catching the Eagles, because at this particular point in time, if we catch the Eagles, that's great. I don't really know how much I want the number one seed, because as you can look at this year, we don't play well when we get a little break. That kind of hurts us. We come out real sluggish when we get in.
Yeah, that little break factor right there, and then waiting to see,
Yeah, but I'm excited about this, and this offensive line is going to be great. I think it's going to be even better, and I think the sounds of the sideline tells you how much this team believes in the running game. So it would be a travesty if our coaching staff decides to go away from it, because you could tell by the sounds of the sideline how much they believe.
They believe. Oh my God!
Running game.
And we can still see some of the flaws within the concept of Kellen. But even through the BS with that, the flaws with that, that's a better way to say it. If we just continue to attack that way with the balanced approach, then we are okay. Just with the balanced approach.
And I want to say this one thing I want to agree, and your last one you called before that talked about using Tyron and using him in running the ball. Sir, I agree with you 150%. The only way you're going to get Tyron back into focus is he will have to go do the run game first. And you will have to let him have a dominance on someone to slow guys down, to get his feet under him and gain his confidence. The first thing that you lose confidence when you come off an injury is, can I move this guy? Can I handle this guy? You feel that you can probably pass by a guy because that's more of an athletic type thing, and really with your quickness and you do. But he needs to gain that dominance of, I can still get into people and move them when I want to. And then everything else comes after that.
Man, hello.
So we got to get him working with that. And this is a perfect game to be able to work and get him in sync of being physical first. And then his ability and his experience with Campbell, but he needs that confidence build. I don't care how long you've been in the league.
Right.
He needs that confidence builder of, I can still be dominant.
Y'all hear it, man. Shout out to you, Coach Marv, man. I thank you for calling in, man. Always bringing us pleasantries, man. I thank you.
Go Cowboys, man.
No doubt. I got no rebuttal to Coach Marv today, man. Always great. I got two more callers. Let's lock it up.
The conference has been locked.
I got my Uncle Charles and I got the twin. Yeah, he's in here. All right, so you're live from the 205.
What's up, Law? What's happening, man?
Man, all is well. I can't complain, man. We 9-3, man. We just put up 54 points against the opposing team last week.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I had got so excited, I didn't want to come on. Man, let me tell you something. It got so bad. I got so high off the wind, I just had to calm down. But let me tell you something. Let me just give a shout out. Let me give a shout out to Coach Marv. I think me and him around about the same age. We OGs in the game. And man, let me tell you something, man. I can say this about Coach Marv. I can sit down. If I just leave all the crazy stuff out of the conversation, I can sit down and talk to Coach Marv all day. Yeah. All day. That's a brother you can congregate with. That's a brother you ain't got to worry about turning your back and he got a knife with something dripping off it. You got to worry about that with Coach Marv. Coach Marv is real deal. He's one of the richest OGs of the game. Let me just say this, man. What's bothering me is Odell Beckham. Did you see them guys following him when he got to the stadium? Man, it was crazy. He's a rock star. And then we get to say, well, I'll come, but I'm not going to work out. What is the underhand plot here? Could it be that Jerry Jones put this mess out there for us to chew on, and Dak and Odell is somewhere in a facility somewhere practicing, and he already got the book to learn the playbook? Could it be that? Or could it be he just want to get the fan base so riled up to the point that we forget about all the mistakes that the Dallas Cowboys have made over the years? I say this: do not distract this team. Now, if you're riding in a car and a bird fly in your car and your ass end up in a ditch, that is a distraction. It is a distraction because some other outside entity came in and disrupted your driving. Now, let me just say this. We're on a pace to go where we need to go. And the only way you're going to get to somewhere in life is by doing what you're supposed to do. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Let me just say this, Law, and I'm going to just say this in closing. Let me tell you something, man. I need some work done on my car. I need some rollers and brake pads. And I looked in the phone book, and I seen this company called Brothers. Yeah, Brothers. And I took my car down there to the Brothers, and some guy with a funky cigarette came behind the counter with a stomach too big for his body. And he said, what you need? I said, I need my brake pads, and I need rollers fixed. I said, when do you think you can fix it? He said, come on back around about I say between 9 and 10 on Thursday. So I went there, got there at 7:30, and the car wasn't touched. I said, no, we ain't got to it yet. Come back around about between 9 and 10 Friday. I get there at 7:30 on time. We still ain't did anything to it yet. He said, well, just come on back in the morning. It's on Saturday. Between what? 9 and 10. That's right. And I came on back, and my car still wasn't touched. I said, the car ready? He said, no, we ain't got to it yet. Give me my keys, man. Give me my keys, Bubba. Give me my keys. Now, I'm riding up the street, and my car shooting off like the 4th of July. And then I look to the right, and I seen Garcia and Son. And I roll up in the parking lot. He said, what you need, S.A.? I said, well, amigo, I need some brake pads and some roller sticks. I'm thinking he's going to tell me to come back and get it between 9 and 10 the next day. He said, no, amigo, you can come pick it up this evening. Now, wait a minute. Now, I went up, and I couldn't get the goddamn car fixed. But when I went to Garcia's son, he got the job done. Now, let me just say this. It ain't about race. It's about can you get the job done. And that's what I'm saying about the Cowboys. Can you get the job done? Can you not be distracted? Because we on our way, y'all. It's what it is. It ain't what it's supposed to be. Appreciate you. Love you, bro.
Much love to you. Much love to you, Uncle
Yes,
Charles,
sir.
man. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Man, look, the shade tree mechanics, man. I know of a story. It seems as if, though, he was telling me a story that happened to me between 9 and 10 with a guy by the name of Bubba. Man, this Uncle Charles storyline for your mind, dog. You know, can you get the job done? You know, and sometimes, man, you be waiting from 9 to 10. They say, hey, it'll be ready, and then you'll get the part or the problem fixed, and then they say, oh, it breaks down again, and they say, oh, it's the starter. Oh, it's the alternator. Oh, it's the distributor. Oh, it's the manifold. You know, it need a whole new intake system. It need a compressor. It need a new carburetor. It need Tupac. It need Biggie. Them shade tree mechanics will work you. Yes, indeed. But when you give your car over to a true mechanic, they take it, look at it, and they'll do this number and say, hey, just come back by the end of the day. And this dude right here, Uncle Charles, is living in my mind, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we Mexicans love working and get the work done. Hey, man, he ain't lying, man. You know, I mean, shoot, Hector, my guy, shoot, he get the job done over here. You know what I'm saying? But Tyrone, sometimes, man, he came over to my house. He was like, what do you do? I said, don't worry about what I do. I called you to come over here to fix a problem, not to look around. But when I called Hector to come over, he installed all of this behind me just that day and gave me the quote and everything. I was like, you sure you gonna only want this much? You know, but I had Tyrone in them, and I ain't talking about my boy Tyrone, but I'm just saying his name, Tyrone. Tyrone came over here, and he was more like looking around, you know what I'm saying? All in the game room, all in my cabinet, all in the pantry, all outside, asking me about this and what I do. Look, I'm asking you to do your job, not to ask me what I do, you know? Come on. Jay Campbell says, yeah, man, we all need that Hector, man. Shoot, Hector came in and helped me out tremendously over here. The twin maker from the 601, man. My brother from the same mother, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what do you do, big brother, man? Your boy, Sir Charles, had me over here giggling, my guy.
Man.
Hilarious. What a wonderful story.
Yes, indeed, man. Shoot.
Hilarious. I did have a rebuttal for him, but I'm going to let him live.
No, but you know about those, you know, them essays, man. You don't want to fight them. That you don't want to fight two people that they can throw that sheetrock around and them shingles.
Oh,
shoot.
The shingles, look, they can get on their roof
without a ladder. I'm like, no,
without a ladder.
I'm like, how you got way up there, man? He said, shoot, I just climbed the side of the house. I said, where your ladder at, man?
brother jump, and would jump down like you're an Incredible Hulk. Knees still good.
And it'd be look, I had an outside trash can. It was filled with Coronas and Model, whatever what's the name of the other
Modelo, baby.
Modelo, baby.
Modelo.
Man, he said, hey, you want one? I got one of Modelo. I got a few in my refrigerator right now, still right hand to the man, you know. I said, dude, you was up there, dog, the whole time? Yes, yeah. You know, he installed the whole whole heater and AC unit inside up there in the attic part, man. I was a god dog, man. Without a ladder, man. They strong. You don't want to fight them though. They superhero.
Yeah, amigo.
hey, sheetrock. You think sheetrock light, man? Until you gotta, the one talking about the one to go up top. Until you gotta do this for a couple of minutes. Ooh.
Hey man, look. Hey, if you don't got the right equipment for that sheetrock, boy, look, your back will be aching. You sound like Mike Tyson. My spinal is broken.
I broke my back. Hey, I was trying to install some sheetrock, man, old bruh house, and I was in that corner, twin. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna lean it like right here for a couple minutes. I was just leaning like this because I said, ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way.
But look, you better have the equipment. If you don't got them clowns, bro, you don't got them horses,
dog.
It's gonna be a bad day.
Man, I had like 3 ladders, man, and the other dude walking around with stilts. I was like, how he do that, man? He a Ninja Turtle, man. He a mutant.
Hey, see, that's a skill. So while y'all talking about Odell, see, one thing Odell do bring that y'all got to realize, he bring a skill set. Does he bring the flare? Does he bring the cameras and so on and so forth?
Yeah.
Yes, but for the Dallas Cowboys, that should be nothing. You guys are the number one team that's known for bringing the cameras out, right? 45 million views. So having a little bit, some people coming to the party should be nothing for you guys. And if one person like Odell Beckham can come through and create a distraction for guys like you, that means y'all ain't ready.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't be ready in the first place. I see where you coming from. Well, why don't y'all want them? Why you don't want them?
Why we don't want them? Because we don't need them. That ain't our issue. Hey, look, our team is built different than y'all team. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. Y'all got Purdy. Hey, I heard that Tom Brady. See, I done caught on to what Tom is trying to do though. Tom know what win championships.
Defense, baby.
That's what Tom's trying to do. Tom trying to go to the Niners so he can get behind that defense, man. That's what he's trying to do. And I've seen how Tom looked at the landscape and he looked at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and he said, all right, I know that I can get behind the Bucs because a couple years ago, Bucs defense was just crazy good, right? See, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
See, Tom. That's why he's trying to go over there where your team at right now.
Well, look, hey, he can stay right where he at for right now. But one thing I can't wait to see is you guys, man, because I like the way y'all are going, and this is my hope. I hope we are on a collision course. If both our teams do what we need to do, and we can bring the thing back to the 90s, and we can have a wonderful meeting at the NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, winner take all, huh?
Winner take it all. Because you guys are, hey, look, I'm watching. I'm over here looking who we got to worry about because the NFC is kind of iffy right now. So whenever I see the top 3 teams, I see you guys and the Eagles, and I see us.
Okay.
Everybody else I don't care about. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't care about none of them other teams. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man. I've seen the reports from Joe Montana, one of your good quarterbacks, Hall of Famer quarterbacks that played with that crazy color on over there. He said that he believed that Purdy can take that team, the 49ers, to the Super Bowl. And I wanted to tell him, man,
you must be out of your goddamn mind.
But it is what it is. What's your thoughts on your
not,
Hall
bro?
of Fame?
Hey,
what's your thoughts on it?
You just said earlier what you need is the majority of the Super Bowl teams only need a what?
Defense, yeah. Manage.
In the quarterback position, what you need?
Manage the game. Okay. So you think that he can manage the game?
Hey, with that defense we got, because I know you know about defense, because you guys are probably the number 2 defense in the NFL, us being number 1. You know what the defense can do for offense and for the whole, for the whole game itself. And so all thing Purdy got to do is we got skilled players. Let them go out there and be great. You just go manage the game. We continue to run the ball the way that we can run, continue to allow our big play players to go out there and make big plays, and then allow that defense to be suffocating. The number 1 rushing defense there is in the NFL as far as yards per game, yards per rush per game, and a whole bunch of other things as well. But so like we good, So I can't wait. I'm still excited. I still think Super Bowl is part of our journey on this year.
Okay. So NFC Championship game, Cowboys versus Niners. That's what you're feeling.
Hey, that's what I'm feeling. We do our responsibilities properly. We should see each other.
No doubt, man. So what's your thoughts on these the other team, Bente team, the Eagles? What's your thoughts on that team versus the Giants this weekend?
Hey, man, get your popcorn ready, man. We all know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Division games are always a wonderful clash of the Titans, you see what I'm saying? And especially with you guys, y'all got, I think, the best division right now in the NFC.
Yep.
And so I give y'all props. Y'all, teams playing. Even the Washington Commanders, they out there playing,
Yep.
Everybody playing really good ball, and that's good. And so I really believe that the New York Giants probably could come through and get this W because I think the Eagles need to be humbled a little bit. They are on the high horse, and everybody are looking at them as a team to beat. And they have put out some good products, but at the same time, they have won just by the hair of their chin as well. So I can't wait to see this weekend. I think you know how it is. It's the last couple of weeks before the playoffs start. We're really about to see the nitty-gritty as far as what's really our staple ways that we do very well. And somebody called earlier, I think it was Tracy, I think she called, she said that running quarterback that the New York Giants have could bring a little issue to the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I'm saying? And so that helps to prepare for somebody. And also their defense for that team has been really good this year. I give them props. So, hey, for you guys, man, continue to scout them boys and make sure whatever it is that y'all do well, continue to try to add on to it and do better. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying, man. Good call from you, fam. Good call.
Yes, sir, man. Well, look, keep on doing your thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, sub to the channel. And, hey, let's get this thing cracking, big bro.
No doubt, man. That's the Twin Maker, man. Twin Empire from his YouTube channel, man. That's my brother, man. We shared the same room growing up and everything, man. Same mom and everything. Y'all know how this goes. Cowboy Nation, good call from him and good observation. The team to watch this weekend will still be the Cowboys, but
goodbye.
We got to look into this the Giants versus the Eagles game. For one, the Eagles play majority of their teams like in the division on the latter end, right? They already split with the Washington team, and now they got to play us, and let's see if we can split with those boys, right? And we'll see if the Giants can do something. So let's go, Cowboy Nation, and let's see how everything works its way out down the line. Cowboys, this team, we got a long way to go. I'm talking about my Cowboys now, and we just now starting. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns of what we're going to do this weekend. Also, tomorrow will be score prediction tomorrow, so y'all call in with your score prediction. Even though some people already left their score predictions out today, I appreciate those who speaking it with their chest, man, about us beating the bejesus out of the Texans. I think Queen put down with the super chat that she said that, I forgot my score prediction, 60-3. Wait and see. And I wanted to play the Hanging with the Boys audio, Queen. You never gave it to me. Final word tonight. Jay Worthy. That's only on Tuesdays, man. We don't double up on the week with the final word. But I hear you though. Final word tonight. That will be us doubling it up on y'all. Maybe when we get to the playoffs, man, maybe we do final word twice in 1 night. 1 week. But we do have the round table conversation. And I think that will be next Friday. We was trying to do it this Friday, but I think Foots, he couldn't get the time frame down, so we will probably do it next Friday, the final word show. So, not the final word, but the round table with me and Sky and Vaj and Foots and Koye. I thought about this too as I depart of doing something with Okoye, like weekly show with Okoye. And just our timing just got so crazy, man. We time is our enemy, right? Time is our enemy, but we'll figure out things down the line. Spark, can you save me? Shout out to you for the super chat. Let me try. Before I go, I still got some time, man. Hold on, y'all hang tight. I'm gonna try to find this clip that she said for she wanted me to play. And then we can get up out of here. Blogging the boys. Blogging the boys. Was it Blogging the Boys? Nope, it was Hanging with the Boys. She said Hanging with the Boys, right? Hanging with the Boys. I haven't heard that episode in a minute. All right, so it had to be this one. She texted me. Let me go back to it. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. And she said 27. Timestamp 27.
The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
She said, y'all bear with me. 27. Boom.
4 weeks. Let's just try to build some positive. Want to talk about all the bad all the time, folks. You get to talk about how great they are. It took Kansas City 50 years to get one Super Bowl, but they Andy Reid, the greatest coach of all time. Andy Reid lost a couple Super Bowls because he's pig-headed. You know, especially when he had T.O. them up there and he had that good team. He makes bad decisions, but now they won't say it because he's just great play caller. If you won as many games and did much as Andy Reid, you should have just as many Super Bowls as Belichick did, but he only got one. Them people put their pants legs just like on everybody else do. Barry Switzer got one Super Bowl. What's the difference between him and the rest of them wrestlers? Mike McCarthy got one. They say he can't even coach. And they got the coach in Philadelphia ranked higher than Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy done lost Dak Prescott for 20-some games since he's been in Dallas, and he got a winning record without Dak Prescott. A winning record without Dak Prescott and without Tyron Smith. One of the last coaches we had a winning record without Tyron Smith over there at the left-hand side. Jason Garrett used to get the brakes beat off of him and we lose one player. This man can coach, and Will McClay got all that stuff that happened in the past is in the past. Let's deal with this team, this coaching staff, and this organization up there, Will McClay, building this team. We done lost 2 starting corners, and we still winning.
Yes,
we done lost our slot corner and our outside corner. And them youngsters are playing, but nobody talks about how good they playing. Everybody just want to talk about all the bad all the time. Let's just throw some positivity into this thing for the rest of the year and see what happens. If it crash and burn, then we can talk noise at the end. But let's just be positive for a little while. Just give me a couple of weeks. Let's just try to build some positivity and blow some sunshine, and let's see what happens. We done tried all this negativity. Ain't never got us nowhere but beating the playoffs in the first round.
That's it.
Clarence out there asking Parsons crazy questions. Tell them to leave them boys alone, man, and ask them something positive. I listen when they talk to Jalen Hurts up there in Philadelphia. They never ask him anything negative. They pump him up. They make him feel good when he come out there. When Dak come out there and play, he feel like he got to prove the world wrong because everybody saying he crapped all week long. And he won the game. Negativity has killed us. That's what I know. It's been 26 years, but it's been a lot of teams. They never even been to the Super Bowl before or to the playoffs. 16 or 15 teams in the league ain't never even been in the Super Bowl.
That's great work, Computer.
You're right, Computer, man. And all right. So give us your quickly being the positive word in this.
I think that
no. Wait a second.
Okay.
Wait a second. I got it. Give us your positive outlook for the Cowboys versus the Texans this week.
We need to come out and just, like Nate said, beat the brakes off them real early because this team ain't gonna put up no fight. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Cowboys.
They don't have the defense that the Colts had, and so they don't. And then they got a pretty good running back. We just need to cipher they run. Don't beat the brakes off of them. Get our receivers a little bit of work. Run our tight ends. Run some more motion with CD, and then get out and you can be done by halftime. Let them boys rest up so we get ready to go play in Florida the next week.
All right, give me a score.
49-12.
There you have it.
I love it.
Computer, positive computer. 49-12, Cowboys over the Houston Texans, brother. You have a good rest of the week, man. We're going to keep this positive train pushing, and we'll see you next week, brother.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Man, that was a pleasantry, Queen. Thank you for telling me to watch and listen to that from Computer with straight passion and all what he been doing, man. Hey, 3-6 Mafia, man. That's Computer, man. And he's spitting positivity, man, out, and he's telling the truth, man. We eat our own over here, man. The media is always, this versus that, but that's just how the Cowboys are, man. Especially in these cycles over here. Not going to point any names or point names out or point fingers out or point fingers at someone or name names. That's how you say it, yeah. Jay Worthy says, Law, you kill Shady with Gracie Corner. Tell me what sound does the ladder makes. Oh, my gosh, man. Yes, indeed. And Gracie Corner go hard, man. My daughter's all up on that, man. Gracie Corner. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you. Oh, my gosh, man. So shout out to them, man, on Hanging with the Boys. Y'all can check out that full episode here, and I'm going to post the link so that I don't have Cowboy Media coming after me and let me know what the sound of the ladder make, But y'all check them out, man. Hanging with the Boys is at the 27-minute marker. That's where all of the sweet stuff is at with Computer. Cowboy Nation, let's go. Thank y'all so much for calling in and being part of this particular episode. On my way out, y'all be sure to hit that like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let's go. Let's continue to grind. Shout out to Parsons for standing tall and speaking his mind. Shout out to all that's watching this channel. Support y'all all the way to the stars and back, baby. Yeah, Computer was spitting facts. Matter of fact, let me let him talk some more facts right here. I like this, man. What he was saying.
Mike McCarthy got one. They say he can't even coach. They got the coach in Philadelphia ranked higher than Mike McCarthy.
Oh.
Mike McCarthy done lost Dak Prescott for 20-some games since he's been in Dallas, and he got a winning record without Dak Prescott. A winning record without Dak Prescott and without Tyron Smith. One of the last coaches we had a winning record without Tyron Smith over there at the left-hand side.
Woo! If you're team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. And if you're not team Mike McCarthy, just don't say nothing at all. I just need to see some MMs in there, I just need to see that. They say stay focused. A light bulb and a laser are the same thing. They both beams of light. You see, the laser is focused in. And the laser beam of light can cut through anything that's on this planet because of its focus. Because what the light is utilized and used for. Well, I come here to tell y'all that we got plenty of light right here on this tape. And I said before this game even started this week, and pretty much 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, that the only team that can stop the Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys. So they need to focus in, lock in, cut through all of the BS. Stay rooted in with their mindset, with their thoughts, and they can cut through anything. They can cut through the pain. They can cut through the 26 to 27 years of not being on top so that we can lift that Lombardi trophy. It's all about the gravitations of your heart, soul, and sinew. You don't have to like me, but you can write this down. And this may can help you and yours out. And it's about the levels of focus If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you and you hold all other things taut in your cheek, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want, if all you can do with all of your desires, you can get it, Cowboy Nation. With dogged and grim and besiege and beset it with the help of Almighty like Spock, can you save me? Donated $50.
Got one Super Bowl. What's the difference between him and the rest of them wrestlers? Mike McCarthy got one. They say he can't even coach. And they got the coach in Philadelphia ranked higher than Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy done lost Dak Prescott for 20-some games since he's been in Dallas. And he
got to stand up against the media and make our voices heard. You guys do a great job. They don't have a monopoly on facts and opinions just because of their radio signal wattage. Call into their shows, contest their BS. Yes, I appreciate you. I love it, man. Appreciate you. Let's go with it. Call in.
Got a winning record without Dak Prescott. A winning record without Dak Prescott. And without Tyron Smith. One of the last coaches we had a winning record without Tyron Smith over there at the left-hand side.
Woo!
Jason Garrett used to get the brakes beat off of him and we lose one player. This man can coach, and Will McClay got all that stuff that happened in the past is in the past. Let's deal with this team, this coaching staff, and this organization that Will McClay building this team. We done lost 2 starting corners and we still winning. We done lost our slot corner and our outside corner. And them youngsters are playing, but nobody talks about how good they playing. Everybody just want to talk about all the bad all the time. Let's just throw some positivity into this thing for the rest of the year and see what happens.
Let's go, baby! Computer Cowboy off the top rope. Man, ladies and gentlemen, that was phenomenal, man. As the music kicked back up, but we gonna run it up, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Come on. Roll
Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Shout out to you, Trey, Lisa, thank you, Benny, Blaze, B, Wait, Tyler, Allen, Cowboy, appreciate you. Spark, can you save me as well? Lad, G, Worthy, come on.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
search for the
man, I thank y'all so much, man.
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal.
Shout out to y'all, run it up, baby. Hey, Jay Jackson, appreciate you. And Jay Lombardi, appreciate you. East Camden, man, appreciate you. Boy, we got our clock set for that Christmas Eve. You better open up your gifts early that morning. Or whenever. On Christmas Eve, you better open your gift up early. Come on.
I be in zones alone.
I be on roll along. Come on. Shout out to you, Gina, with the J. Swain, appreciate y'all. Spock said he love us all. Appreciate him.
take it to a meal, lady.
I just wanna run it up.
Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count like some kind of lately, count. Lately, I just wanna run it
Y'all sing it. Come on. Matter, and I appreciate y'all allowing me to be the voice for the voiceless.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.